What's up, math scholars? We're doing some graphing fun today. We're going to be graphing and shading and graphing and shading and looking for where all the shading overlaps. So who's excited? I should have asked this. Who's excited that it's Friday? Woo! Friday, Friday, Friday. All right, so basically we're going to be graphing one line and shading. Graphing another line and shading. And then really using our eagle eye vision to look for where the shadings overlap. Can you see? Where are my shadings overlapping? Point. Point to where my shadings are overlapping. Are you pointing right here? So you can either take a third color or you can just take black pen or really dark pencil. But you want that overlap region to really stand out because this whole entire region will be your solution. And what that means is if I would pick a coordinate in that region, that coordinate would make both equations true. This coordinate would make both equations true. This coordinate would make both equations true. All right, because it's in the overlap solution region. And I'm kind of fortunate I have a smart board, so I have this highlighter tool. So I can just click highlighter and I can highlight my region. So if you have a highlighter, you could use that as well. All right, so let's try one of these. We're going to do this one by hand. We'll probably do the next one in Desmos. We are kind of fortunate that both of these already have y all by itself, which is really nice. The people in class have a handout with graph paper on that they're using. So if you're at home and you don't have any graph paper, just do the best you can. I apologize, okay? All right, so let's look at inequality 1. You got your slope arms ready? What would the slope be of inequality 1? A -1, right? So let's see a negative slope arms down the hill from left to right. But before we do our slope, we're going to plot our y-intercept. So our y-intercept is -2. So everybody go to -2 on the y-axis, make yourself your starting dot, your y-intercept dot. At this point, we're ready to do our slope. It's invisible, so it's kind of hard to see. But our slope is this little guy right there. It's a -1/1. That's your slope. So we'll go up 1 and left 1. Up 1 and left 1. Up 1 and left 1. And you can kind of continue that as far as you want, as long as your line is really straight in the end. So some people use rulers. You could use maybe your folder as a straight edge to make sure your line's really straight. We're ready to connect our dots. Would we want to use a solid or a dotted line? The symbol is a greater than symbol. So definitely a dotted line, because we can be greater than this line, but we can't actually touch it. And the symbol is greater than. So we are going to shade up above, up here. And if you're unsure if you're shading in the right region, definitely have that test point option. We could test a point. Let's test 0, 0. Since 0, 0 is where I have shaded, I'm hoping it makes a true statement. Is 0 greater than -0 minus 2? Well, is 0 greater than, that would calculate out to -2. Is 0 greater than -2? Sure is. 0 sure is greater than -2, so it should be in my shaded region. Alright, so that is inequality number 1. Let's go ahead and do inequality number 2. What would the y-intercept be? The 6 right here, right? We're going to go up to 6 and make a big dot. Right about there. Alright, do you know what the slope would be? 3/1. Positive 3/1. Let's see positive slope arms real quick. Bam! Up the hill from left to right. So we can go up 3, right 1, or down 3, left 1. Both of those options will be making a positive slope for me in the end. Down 3, right 1. Down 3, left 1. All right, our inequality symbol is a less than or equal to. Y is less than or equal to 3x plus 6. So where do you think we will be shading this? Less than, down. So down here. To verify, it looks like we could test that 0, 0 again. 0, 0 is down below my blue solid. I forgot to put a blue solid line through there. There we go. But 0, 0 is down below that blue solid line. So let me test 0, 0 again. Is 0 less than or equal to 3 times 0 plus 6? So is 0 less than or equal to 6? Sure is, so I did it okay. All right, I need your eagle vision. Where in the world did my pink and my blue overlap? Because that is our final answer. Can you point? Point to where our blue and pink is overlapping. Right about here. So you can maybe grab a third color or maybe a highlighter to highlight that solution region. So right in here. And that just means every coordinate that lives in this region, 0, 0 lives in this region, would make both statements true, both inequalities true. All right, how about you say we do the next one in decimals? Sound good? The next one, there's 3 inequalities. That would be fun. Let's go for decimals. So here's our 3 inequalities. This one's not even solved for y, so that's unfortunate, but decimals can handle it. Let's go ahead and type them on. Our first one is y is greater than or equal to -1. So you can see it's a horizontal line for -1. They've got that solid line and they're shading it above. Exactly as expected. Our next one is x is greater than -2. This time it looks like they've got a dotted line because it's just a greater than symbol. And they shaded it up above. And then the third and final one, x plus 2y is less than or equal to 4. Aha. All right, you have eagle vision. Where's our solution region? Where are all 3 of our colors overlapping? My blue was here on up. My green was here on up. My orange was here on down. Where's our solution region? Point to it. There's this triangle right in the middle. Isn't that cool? Now, if you want to transfer this knowledge like onto your paper, you can do that hover click method to get some key points. Like this guy here, 4, 0. That's my x-intercept for my diagonal line. This guy right here, -2, 3, is where my diagonal line and my vertical line would cross. Right here would be the corner point of the solution region. Right here would be where those 2 cross. So it's just that hover click is just very valuable to find some key points for yourself. Okay? Let me pause my video and kind of draw this into the notes, kind of walk you through that. Hello, we paused the video and a student came up and helped us graph this one. So if you want to kind of see what she did, the first one had a y-intercept of -4 with a slope of 1. She made a dotted line and shaded below. The second one had a y-intercept of 3 with a slope of -1. She did a solid line and shaded above. And then you can see the highlight region where her answer was. And then we decided as a class to go on to this one because we had to figure out what the equations of the 2 lines are. So we kind of looked at that horizontal line first and discussed that it crossed through 3. So it was the equation y equals 3. But I mentioned we don't want an equal sign. We want an inequality sign. So you have to kind of think, first of all, is it solid or dotted? Solid. So it's going to be one of these 2 symbols. And it's shaded above or below? Above. So we want the greater than or equal to. So that's our first equation. Okay? Our second equation is a diagonal line. So we can definitely use the slope-intercept format. Can you see what the y-intercept is? Yeah, it's right here. It's a 1. So I'm going to make that b value a 1. As far as the slope, I would probably count it out from maybe here to here. Rise over run. What do you see it to be? What are you counting it out to be? 2 over 1. And just 2. And then same deal. We do not want an equal sign. We want an inequality symbol. So is it solid or dotted? It's dotted, so it's either this or this. Do you think they're shading above, or do you think they're shading below? Probably up above, so that's a greater than symbol. Okay, so there's our inequality. Maybe we'll do one more like that, and then end the day with the yes, no's at the end. So let's do number 4, this one right here. Let's start with this vertical line, because that's the hard one to come up with. Which axis is this vertical line crossing through? The x-axis. And it looks like it's at 3. So x equals 3 would be our line. But we want an inequality symbol again. It is solid, so it's either going to be this symbol or this symbol. Are they shading below or above the line? So we want to go with a less than or equal to. So it's x is less than or equal to 3. That would be our vertical line right here. All right, let's try our diagonal line. We'll use the format y equals mx plus b. Let's start with our intercept. Can you see where it's intercepting the y-axis at? What about here? Where's that at? I'm really tired today. Where is this located? Where is this located? -1, yeah, okay. And then to count out slope, you don't want to count out to like an in-between location. You want to count to like somebody who's living on the corner of a grid, like here. So I would probably count it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 over 3. So 2/3 slope. It is positive. It's going up the hill. And then it's a dotted line, so we either want this symbol or this symbol. And do you think they're shading above or below? Looking at our diagonal line. Above or below? Above. So we'll want a greater than sign. Okay, let's kind of end our day with some yes and no questions. The question says, tell whether the ordered pair is a solution of the system of inequalities. So basically, you just look and see if that guy lives in the solution region. So is 1, 1 in the solution region? No. Is 0, 6 in the solution region? Close. Yeah, barely. And what about 3, -1? Now that is a trick. We need to discuss that. That guy's living right on the boundary line. Is that boundary solid or dotted? It's dotted. And if you're living on a dotted line, you're not actually included in the solution region. Does that make sense? So you have to be living on a solid line to be included in that region. All right, so we're going to go ahead and be done. Thanks for watching the video at home. The homework is on the back side of the 5-7 that you guys already have, okay? Some of you are already done with that, so that's awesome. Have a happy weekend.